2019 was a long time ago, 6 years to be exact. I was 20 back then, and the Kuva Bramma came out, one of the oldest weapons in the game, and some people may even say it's very useless, but I beg to differ. Today I will be showing you two Kuva Bramma builds that will help you, well, with the right build, obliterate steel path enemies like it's nothing. So let's quickly get into the video. I am gonna preface this whole video that there is gonna be a lot of bias just because I love this weapon. There are a couple of downsides, we're gonna talk about them, we're gonna fix them as well, but primarily this as a weapon is incredibly good. How do you get it? First of all, well, it's a Kuva weapon, so you need to get yourself a Kuva Lich. What is the element that I have? I have heat on my Kuva Bramma, and I have already used the fusion system, so I already fused one in and got even more status chance, so keep that in mind, and I highly recommend you Valance fuse it as well. But the element is not that important, considering when the next update comes out in a couple of days, you're going to be able to choose any single element that you want, so it's not really that important. Nonetheless, the stats of a weapon, and what this weapon actually is, it's a mastery rank 15 bow weapon, and it has a 5 ammo max, and this is its biggest downside, but we're going to be fixing that in the video, so don't worry about it. It fires off a bow that explodes in a radius when hitting an enemy or object, keeping in mind that you can actually headshot with the arrow, so that's really good. And then it splits off into 3 smaller bombs that explode in a 3.5 meter radius. Keeping in mind, Firestorm and the Prime variant do actually benefit this, so that's very good. And also, quite a cool thing, firing mods apply double their bonuses on this weapon, so that's incredibly good. The status chance, the critical chance, all of the stats up on screen, but to sum it up, the arrow itself does impact damage, 35% crit chance, 2.1 times critical multiplier, 21% status chance, and then both of the explosions, the smaller bomblets and the actual arrow deal blast damage and a little bit of impact damage as well. The critical chance, status chance, and the critical multiplier pretty much being the same throughout all of the damages. Now that's enough of the statistics. Let's actually cover the first build. If you don't have viral, like for example a Revenant, which even this weapon makes incredibly good, so you can actually run this weapon with no buffs and it's incredibly good, but the build is it up on screen. A lot of people are gonna say viral and counter munitions does not work in 2025. Trust me, try this build and you will see that it works. Combined with a really good Warframe that you might be seeing in the background a couple of times, you're gonna be having an even better time, considering you're not gonna be playing Revenant all that much. And having a arrow mutation mod or having vigilante supplies is a must-have because of the ammo, trust me. Fire responsibly and fire in big groups. Considering you have Firestorm here, you're going to be dealing a lot of damage in a really big radius. Now, talking about combinations, you can pretty much pair this weapon with anything. I paired it with Chroma, with Hero, with Necros, with Wisp, and all throughout the gameplay, you have seen pretty much that this weapon does its job, and it even benefits some Warframes incredibly good. Like, for example, Wisp. Wisp with Breach Surge alongside this weapon can pretty much nuke entire little rooms without any issues. So I highly recommend you check this out. Also, the builds are in the description down below and the little eye up there, check those out as well. Now, if you already have viral through other means, like these other Warframes that I mentioned, you could use this second build right here. This is corrosive and blast, but we still utilize counter munitions. Considering we have viral through, for example, Nourish or, for example, the Panzerwaffe of Hyla, you're gonna be gaining that through other means, meaning, and having that slash damage is gonna be incredibly good, so I highly recommend you do. This corrosive and blast build pretty much works the same and does incredible amounts of damage as well, so you're not really worried about killing those enemies. Both of the builds will get the job done. And comment down below what you guys think of the Kuva Bramma. I definitely think it is an amazing weapon and still incredibly good. Nonetheless, also do leave a like, hit that subscribe, and also bell icon down there. It is very much appreciated. Become a member if you want to as well. I always try to improve that as well. Love every single one of you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna be back better than ever, and see you soon.